So a really awful thing just happened where I slammed my finger in the door. So today instead of writing, I'm going to draw my blog. Today I'm considering that I'm 26 years old, which is almost 30, and that's half of 60, this is math, and this is me as an elderly person. My question now is, what is success, and how do you know if you're successful, and does success change depending on a person's time in their life? So when I was a kid, I had these glasses, except like they took up half my head because it was the 80s, and my mom said that was the only thing available in stores for kids, but it made me look like I should be successful. Then when I was 4, I had this boyfriend, and he used to find me swing sets at preschool because I used to cry whenever my mom left and there were no swings left to play on. If you found a swing set, that was definitely a sign of success. Oh, and by the way, I learned there that boyfriends aren't all they're cracked up to be, because he used to bite me behind the couch, but that's okay because we were still friends. When I was 8 though, that's when I really became successful, because I had this paper leadership award and it had pictures with rainbows and puppies on it. That's how I knew I was definitely a success. Eventually, success became harder to define. When I was 18, I thought I'd be successful if I got a job and made some money, except I was bad at the job, like really bad. Pierced ears and my hands, they were always shaking. So success became any day my hands would cooperate enough to give a baby an actual earring instead of like a lip ring or a nose ring. So then I quit that job and I got a different job and I got it at Chapters, and I was really successful at making friends. I made all kinds and I knew about all the books because I studied English and I could shelve really fast and I knew how to sell. And then I went to Ryerson and I studied publishing. I was going to make the books and be really awesome, and that's a book, not a door. But publishing was not my idea of success because I was stuck in a cubicle. It felt like a jail and I missed the kids. I wanted to sell them the books, all the books, and they were just cats all over the office. There were cats everywhere and they were just going to scratch at my face. But back at Chapters, people got really weird and said things like, do you have a dictionary with the word Linux in it? And I'm looking for a book with people in it. And the index says politicians is on page 58, but politicians is not on page 58. I was unsuccessful. But then I started my Master's of Teaching degree, and then I became an EA and helped the kids with autism and Down syndrome and learning disabilities, and it was all kinds of stressful, but also kind of cool, except for when they ran out the door. Now I have a Master's, which is more successful if it's a PhD. And I want to teach something, but I don't want to teach here, I want to teach over there. But I know that a teacher is a teacher is a teacher, but maybe success is just independence. But then again, maybe it's not. Maybe it's staying here and taking care of things. Like the time I had a dog and his name was Spencer, and I took care of him until one day the back gate was open and Spencer disappeared. So I went on a 2-year mission, put him on TV and on the radio, and success at that time would have been finding Spencer. And then I went door to door looking for the dog, and I met an old woman, and she was really old and she was crying, and she said, "Are you the mailman? My husband died yesterday and I don't know what to do with the mail." And at that time I wanted nothing more than to be the mailman, because that would have been the most successful thing I could have been. Long story short, I never found the dog. So I wanted a hamster, and I would call him Pip, but my parents thought that was disgusting. But what they didn't know was that I got a hamster anyways, and I put him on a bookshelf, and I built him a castle. Then I put up a box, and success was me hiding him for 6 months, and I would only take him out at night and we would play, and he fixed something inside, but just for a little bit, and then he was found. But it all worked out because I got a dog and I called him Teddy, and he has a closet full of clothes, and sometimes I wonder if success is affording Burberry for your dog. And I think I don't want a dog, I want a baby, but babies kind of cost money and they also kind of smell, and the thing about babies is you can't put them back, so I think I'm going to wait a little bit to try out that one. So, I'm 26 years old, which is almost 30, that's half of 60. This is me as an elderly person, and this is me now. And this is the amount of time I need to be successful. Or maybe not. Maybe this is the amount of time that I need, or maybe this is the amount of time. Either way, what is success? And how do you know if you're successful? If you know, you can let me know, because I'm very confused.